right, YouTubers, we are back with Ren's Chapter 4, um, a viewing slash input non reaction. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna watch this, and Ren's gonna Ren's gonna tell us more about his medical struggles, and I'm gonna go ahead and put mine on top of his afterwards, and then we're gonna go ahead and watch whatever video he's got lined up for us at the end, to wham it all home, and make sure we all wander away here with a tear in our eye, because he's so good at that. But with Ren, it's just well, I mean, what can you say about the man? He's got a positive message. He's here to help us all. And it's sure as hell about time that somebody did. Um, and I gotta say, doing these reactions, it's very interesting. I used to always think how, I mean, being that I have been a Reddit member for a long time, and just you see comments online, and it's just they're always so negative all the time, and I assume that this would be um, a bombardment of trolls, and all I would get would be criticism on things, and I keep waiting for that ball to drop, but so far it hasn't. It doesn't mean that I want you guys to start, so please don't take this as an invitation or a challenge of any kind, to roast me, because that's no, please. There's I'm way too easy to target, um, and yeah, we don't want to do that. But anyway, here we go. This is going to be Ren. Where we at with chapter 4, chapter 5 later on today. I think I'm current with these, or will be current with these now. I've been dragging behind a little bit because, like I said, I wasn't real sure about doing these. There was some mixed opinion on the Facebook pages. Some people are like, "I'm not going to watch any reactions to these," and so I posted a question and wanted to ask it. Should we do them? And a lot of response was like, "Yeah, Ren's doing these for a reason, and help spread his word, and tell you guys some more about what the rest of us have been going through as well. He ain't alone. There's a lot of us out there, and a lot of us are still looking for a solution, and don't know where to turn. I've done my research online, periodically. I've tried different vitamin supplements and courses of relief, and I'm still amazed to this day when I tell people that, oh, I can't, I have insomnia, and I can't sleep due to Lyme disease and everything, and you're like, well, have you tried, warm milk? And I'm like, good lord. Yeah, I've tried warm milk with whale sounds, and aromatherapy going, and on supplements, and just meditation, and just you go down a list of things that you keep trying and trying and trying, hoping for some relief, and just nothing ever works. Just your body is constantly just at war. But anyway, here we go. I believe we're gonna hear about Ren's losing his anal virginity. So this should be comical, to a point. So here we go.
Cool.
During the year I spent living back with my mum, I was leaning even more heavily into scouring the internet for answers. It became like an obsession. Most people my age were watching porn. I was on PubMed learning about mitochondria. I educated myself in things like methylation, the building blocks of mitochondria, various immune cells and their functionality, and which supplements could help theoretically bring about homeostasis in my body. I taught myself of the various pathogens that could lead to the symptoms I was experiencing. Around this time, I started ordering medical test kits from private medical facilities. I had a eureka moment when, after posting some poop in a tube to a lab in London, I discovered I had an amoeba and another more benign gastrointestinal parasite called blastohominis. Both could plausibly lead to systemic pain and fatigue. Upon researching the best course of action, I found this doctor in New York who was a world-renowned specialist in treating parasites. Return flights to New York, booked far enough in advance, were a couple of £100 back then. The treatment itself was pretty cheap. I was in no way in a strong financial position, and neither was my family, so I did what I always do when I needed to get money. I wrote and recorded some songs from my laptop from bed. One about getting to New York to find a cure. I sold a modest amount of digital copies to my Facebook friends and my friends and family, just enough to afford a trip. During this time, my symptoms had gotten a lot worse, so the entire visit was a bit of a blur. I remember sitting in a waiting room and struggling to find an inch of wall space that wasn't taken up by the countless medical qualifications and the diplomas attached to it. I half expected the walls to start bragging about their Ivy League connections and debating the latest medical research while us mere mortals waited to be called in. When I was finally on the doctor's table, I was told to take off my clothes and put on a blue disposable paper robe. An old man in his 80s hobbled in, pulled on a medical glove, and proceeded to cover his finger in Vaseline. My heart sunk. I was pretty sure I knew what was coming next. I suddenly wished I'd experimented more with my ex-girlfriend. I didn't want to lose my backdoor virginity like this. He could have at least done me the courtesy of putting on some Marvin Gaye and lighting some candles, but instead I lay in uncomfortable silence on a brightly exposed operating table, while a firm-handed, overqualified old man inserted his index finger forcefully into my anus. He never wrote to me afterwards. I felt used. Nonetheless, I was officially diagnosed with the parasitic amoeba and given a course of heavy-duty antibiotics to take. I believe it was paramomycin and secnidazole. After the course was finished, I pooped into a tube again, and they confirmed I got rid of the parasites. The constant internal techno raves and gurgling which usually plagued my stomach ceased, but I felt just as crap. And on top of all of that, I started becoming allergic to everything. And I mean fucking everything. The antibiotics had triggered some sort of massive food intolerance reaction. Whenever I'd eat certain foods, I'd get hit with a sudden hangover-like feeling, and my face would swell up. I'd later learned this was something called MCAS, and it was triggered by the antibiotics. This was the first time I felt the crushing defeat of pinning a lot of money, hopes, and time into a treatment only for it to make me worse. I'd felt it to a small degree with every failed herbal protocol, every antidepressant that gave me side effects, but this was on a much larger scale. I almost felt guilty and full of shame for not getting better. I told my friends and family that this was going to be the thing that cured me. Not only did it fail, but I was now unable to tolerate basic carbohydrates, fruits, sugar, high histamine food, dairy, grains, without feeling terrible. I felt pretty crushed about that. Despite this, some tenacious part of me had a perseverance that didn't want to stop looking for answers. I was obsessed with trawling the internet. I strongly believe if I didn't have that tenacity to keep looking after every defeat, I'll probably be dead today. After about a year of living with my mum in North Wales, I got the itch, and I decided that I'd make a bold move to Brighton. Most days I didn't really have the energy to do much other than short walks, but I had a friend over there who lived with ME for years. It felt like a safe space, a place of understanding. Being a 23-year-old living with his mother didn't feel very cool either. He had a free room going, and he was a legend. I desperately craved my own independence. After going through the heartbreak of losing love and losing the exciting career opportunity, I needed to feel like I wasn't just sitting in the tomb in Wales waiting for death, even if it was a struggle. I made the move. It was a really nurturing space, and it was full of the lunatics of Brighton who would come and go. I was still living in a thick haze, but I was meeting people who weren't judging me for it. With this safety, I was slowly finding my personality again. Despite the comfortable environment, it seemed my symptoms were only getting worse. I started having pretty constant panic attacks. The first one felt like a heart attack. I'd never experienced a panic attack before, so I wasn't familiar with the symptoms. My whole face went numb, and my heart felt like it was about to beat out of my ribcage. I panicked and I phoned an ambulance. They put me in the back, they took all my vitals, and they told me I wasn't dying. I felt disappointed. These attacks would happen pretty habitually every week or so. My symptoms of derealization seemed ever increasing. Derealization is hard to describe to someone who's never experienced it. The closest thing I can come to is feeling like you're on bad drugs. You feel disconnected from yourself, like your soul has been vacuumed out of your body and nothing around you quite feels real. Everything has an unusual undertone and nothing feels safe. I remember one night in the first year that I lived with Ben, there was this lightning storm of torrential rain. I went outside and I stood in a t-shirt hoping I'd be hit by a bolt of lightning and it would somehow shock me out of it. Unfortunately, I wasn't on Zeus's hit list that day. This urge to be shocked back into reality didn't really leave me. I remember one day I was walking back from the shops. I found an old analog television in an alleyway that was being thrown out. I can't quite remember the thought process that led me there. I just remember feeling angry, and I decided to smash the fucking pieces out of the TV in the alley. I picked it above my head and I hurled it towards the ground. The screen cracked, but it didn't shatter like I hoped it would. I did it again and again and again until there were large shards of glass lining the street. I saw one about the size of a kitchen knife and I picked it up. It's hard to rationally explain self-harm that's not a cry for help, because this wasn't a cry for help. I'd cried for help multiple times and no one listened. The pain I felt inside my body could never be done justice with words. There's a certain horror, a certain frustration of living in a body that would never give me a moment of peace. I felt constantly alienated. I had no doctors to tell me what was going on. They made me feel like a hypochondriac. There are no combination of words in the English language that can express that pain, that can express that frustration. There's no song I could write that would make you understand. In that moment, the closest and truest way I had of communicating my pain was driving a shard of glass into my chest and dragging it across until the blood was dripping down my body. It didn't hurt very much compared to what was already going on inside of me, and it didn't really help me feel better either, but it was truth, and there was beauty in that. Adrenaline gives you a brief moment of respite, but it wasn't long until I was exactly where I started, just decorated in a little bit more blood than usual. I made sure nobody saw. I didn't want to cause any alarm. I didn't want anyone to be worried. So I cleaned it up when I got home, and then I resumed the life of the undead. In the next episode, I'll tell you the story of when I was stabbed by an ancient sword and when I met one of the most talented people that I know.
All right, that's interesting. Um, I've never let it get to the point of self harm. You think about it, but you, I couldn't do that to my family. If I did do it, I mean, good lord, but it would have to be in a way that my family wouldn't discover me. Um, uh, I had this phase where I watched a lot of bad videos online, a lot of very violent videos, ISIS videos, and I've seen a lot of stuff I shouldn't have seen. Um, I think everybody humans have a fascination with death, and I watched a few death videos, and I saw this one where it was this kid who was committing suicide by um, slashing his by cutting his wrists. I probably shouldn't have said the S word or the K word. Who knows what? I hate the fact that we have to edit ourselves or worry about using a common word in the English language. That, I mean, how long until the word unalive or any of the other words that we've now used to substitute for the S word is banned, because it's still means the same. It's just that we've chosen a different word now to use. It's stupid. But anyway, the video was of this the kid, and he was running from room to room, um, because when his parents found him, he wanted them to be as disgusted and shocked as he could get them, which was I thought was so unbelievably mean. But apparently, anyway, he had issues with his parents and family. But I could never do that, just because I couldn't imagine discovering and finding someone like that. And they'll, they'll never forget it. That's the memory they'll have of you forever. And All right. Anyway, let's get off of that topic, and let's talk about. He talked about his stomach issues and fecal transplant. I don't know what it was, but I had a period. Um, I'd say this was about 10 years in with Lyme disease, and just all of a sudden, my stomach just. I went from being able to eat anything and everything, um, as a teenager, never gaining weight, always staying slim, and I mean, I could I could I remember that I worked a job. I was a manager of a restaurant. I had a lot of girls working there, a lot of waitresses, and I was trying to gain weight. I was taking creatine. I was eating lots of protein and specific meals, and um, trying to gain weight. And I was just eating all the time and everything. And and I remember the girls asking me like every week, how much weight did you gain? And I'm like, I lost 3 pounds. And they were just always so mad at me. But that was the metabolism I had as a growing up, and I don't have that anymore. That left me long ago. But for a period of a couple of years, my stomach just turned on me. Everything I ate just made me sick. Um, Not at first or immediately, but I would eat, and then within like an hour or two, I'd be in the bathroom, just just throwing up whatever hadn't gotten digested yet. And this was every meal. Sometimes I would just have a drink, and it would just be my stomach would just turn on me, and it did this with alcohol. I can't drink anymore. I've lost the ability to drink, to have any alcohol. One sip of alcohol hits my stomach, and it's just a massive. Um, it's just a massive battle. I remember I joined a pool league and was going to play pool, and I'd have one drink while I was out, and on the way home I'd be pulling over, just vomiting out the side of the car, out the car door, um, and it was just brutal. I think I lost some weight that year, but I don't know when it changed or when it stopped. It was just something I was battling with. I was having to take antacids after every meal, and then one day it just stopped. I don't have that issue anymore. I still have some stomach issues where my stomach will be upset after I eat, certain times, but it's usually something that just a few antacids take care of. So it's nothing that gives me a lot of issues. Um, there is nothing there is nothing more therapeutic than smashing electronics. And I say this as someone who smashes a lot of electronics. If something stops working on me, it is it it gets destroyed. It gets um, let's see. I've had printers that the printer. I used to have met the fate that the television found met. I took it out on my stone porch. Hey, stop, please. Sorry, my dog is licking herself. Bella, stop. No. Sorry, that sound drives me crazy. It's like a porn movie going on behind me. It's awful. But anyway, smashed up my printer. And just recently, I had a laptop, first laptop I've ever owned, and it was just so slow and so old. And I was trying to watch some YouTube videos in the workroom. Oh my God, it was just so much buffering and loading time, and just so much waiting that I was doing that I just couldn't take it anymore. And I took it out in the yard, and I repeatedly smashed it, and then stomped on it like it was the fax machine from outer space. But no, smashing up electronics is very, 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 very therapeutic, and I highly recommend it to anyone. It can be dangerous. There's a lot of little sharp stuff in there. So and please don't do like Red does and cut yourself. I did cut myself a few times with said destruction and the treatment methods. But that's it. I thought that this was going to catch us up, but I believe that there is another one to go before we get to the one that's going to be on today. So I'm gonna remedicate, and see you guys in 20 minutes. Well, my time. It's probably gonna be hours before this ever hits the internet. But anyway. Oh wait. Oh, we still gotta watch the video. What do we got? Is this whole? I know this. What song is this? What song is this? Hold on. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch the video. I'm sorry I talked too much. Yeah, let's go.
I got tears on my sleeves, hold on, and holes in these jeans, hold on. I haven't slept in weeks, hold on. I haven't found no peace, hold on. I get my teeth tied, hold on, and these tears run dry, hold on. Two bloodshot eyes, hold on, two bloodshot eyes. I don't belong here, in a place where life has left me. I'm 25 going on 150. My body feels old and I'm trying to lift the weight from my soul, but it's moving against me. I've emptied out my tear ducts, I lift my middle finger up, I'm screaming fuck you to all the demons here that keep me stuck. The pain is sharp like paper cuts, I hate them much, but yes I trust. I must combust, I must blow up, I must have all this courage up. Boom, sparks fill the room, I'm feeling the rhythm I move. My soul is more worn than the soles in my shoes. Nike trainer blues, a man with none to lose. I think I lost my sanity, calamity in shoes. Poor choice maker, I rip out the pages of fate, then I roll them up like bizzle of paper. Taker, lung full of destiny, a man with no part is a very strange entity. Tears on my sleeves, hold on, and holes in these jeans, hold on. I haven't slept in weeks, hold on. I haven't found no peace, hold on. I get my teeth tied, hold on, and these tears run dry, hold on. Two bloodshot eyes, hold on, two bloodshot eyes. Do you ever question your fate? The questions I make, is this all predetermined, the script or a play? Am I the protagonist in this tragedy, or will I be the author of stories unmade? If so, I'll dip in my quill to my ink pot, keep on writing, never stop until my beating heart it flops. I'll write a whole different story. Scene one, a boy full of hope, a boy full of glory. Who stutters, I'm under the top. Would rather be tougher and live it smoothly like butter, but not so bitter and cut up. And so I sit up and shut up, it's like a lid up and struck up the courage never to fuck up. And now I'm feeling the ruckus, feeling the static, and now I'm feeling the flames, and now I'm feeling the strength inside the ring with my pain. My boxing gloves and my hope that I trust to bust an uppercut, cut my demons up. Boom like a tsunami, smooth like a punani, bend the words like origami, Salvador, I be the Dali, only love like Bob Marley, golden ticket, call me Charlie, riding Harley's Bengali, Tiger Star, call me Arnie. I'll be back. And I cut the slack, track your facts, relax, shit in the beast, and then seek it in the beast. And I'll reach the canopies, and yes, we climbing, building a brave new world inside a whole new designing. With all this fire, we burn like the sun. A new dawn is rising, a new dawn it comes. Yeah, diggity diggity down with all this corporation. They burn up the land for the greed that they run. Run deep with their roots, but their roots can be lifted. I'll be a renegade, yes, I'll make a fist kin. Try to seek truth in the kingdom of lies. A boy so lost with two bloodshot eyes. Tears on my sleeves, hold on. And holes in these jeans, hold on. I haven't slept in weeks, hold on. I haven't found no peace, hold on. I get my teeth tied, hold on. And these tears run dry, hold on. Two bloodshot eyes, hold on. Two bloodshot eyes. Ha, ha, ha. Hold on. Hold on. Ha, ha, ha. Hold on. Hold on. Two bloodshot eyes. Hold on. Hold on. Two bloodshot eyes. Woo.
That's an awesome song. I love that song. It's just so simplistic and so simple, and his lyrics. It's a good song. Just great. I got nothing. I got nothing on that. Nope, nothing. Brain is empty. No thoughts kicking around in there at all now. I think it's probably because of the weed. But that's the one thing that fights the chronic fatigue for me. If you'd have seen me 2 hours ago, I didn't want to do anything. I was really struggling to get up and motivate. We're probably 2 or 3 bongs into the day now, and I'm ready to go. Knocking these reactions out. But nothing kicking around upstairs. So anyway, that's a trade-off. You'd be tired and thoughtless, or be awake and active and thoughtless. Well, actually, it's just many thoughts running around, but nothing right now. But anyway, all right, let's go do chapter 5 and get caught up on these. I think there's a chapter 5 out, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Later, guys. Yeah. I was gonna say like, subscribe, comment, and do it, but I'm tired of saying all that stuff. I don't want to be repetitive. I hate when people say that. I'm like, yes, I know, but I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. So anyway, I'm gonna write the thing. I think I started doing the Amazon affiliate thing, so you might see some links down in the description to my Amazon store thing. But anyway, check it out. It'd be stuff that I use, products I recommend, is coffee, other things, and blah blah blah. Hopefully, if this protocol works, and then be some of that stuff on there too. It might be able to help some people kick some bugs out of their bodies. But anyway, all right. Shut up, Chris. Later, guys.